The Grammar Guardian's Quest. The Grammar Guardian's Quest, Part 1, Awakening the Linguistic Power. In the mystical realm of linguistica, where words held the power to shape reality, a young adventurer named Alex stumbled upon a destiny far greater than they could have ever imagined. Alex, a curious and quick-witted individual with a natural affinity for language, had always felt a strange connection to the world around them, as if the very fabric of reality resonated with the rhythm of words. One fateful day, while exploring an ancient, forgotten library nestled deep within a whispering forest, Alex discovered a hidden chamber. Inside, amidst towering shelves filled with dusty tomes and glowing manuscripts, lay a single, unassuming book, its cover adorned with a single enigmatic symbol, a stylized quill intertwined with a lightning bolt. As Alex reached for the book, a surge of energy coursed through their body, and a voice, ancient and ethereal, echoed through the chamber. The time has come for the Grammar Guardian to awaken, the voice proclaimed. The fate of linguistica rests in your hands. Confused but intrigued, Alex opened the book. The pages were filled with intricate diagrams, cryptic symbols, and a language that seemed both familiar and alien. As Alex began to decipher the text, they realized that it was a guide to the very essence of language, a primer on the fundamental rules of English grammar. As Alex delved deeper into the book, a strange power began to stir within them. They discovered that by understanding and applying the rules of grammar, they could manipulate the very fabric of linguistica. A misplaced modifier in a sentence could cause a tree to sprout branches in the wrong direction. A sentence fragment could create a chasm in the earth. But a grammatically correct and well-structured sentence could bring harmony and balance to the world. With newfound determination, Alex embraced their role as the Grammar Guardian. They immersed themselves in the study of grammar, devouring every rule, every exception, every nuance of the English language. They practiced constructing sentences with perfect subject-verb agreement, ensuring that every adjective modified the correct noun and every adverb described the appropriate verb. They learned to distinguish between active and passive voice, to wield the power of punctuation, and to craft sentences that were both grammatically sound and aesthetically pleasing. As Alex's mastery of grammar grew, so did their ability to shape the world around them. They could conjure shimmering waterfalls with a well-placed prepositional phrase, create majestic mountains with a complex sentence structure, and paint vibrant sunsets with a carefully chosen string of adjectives. They discovered that the power of language was not limited to physical manipulation. By using persuasive rhetoric and compelling arguments, they could influence the thoughts and actions of others, bringing harmony to conflicting factions and inspiring hope in the hearts of the downtrodden. But Alex's journey as the Grammar Guardian was far from over. The voice in the library had warned of challenges to come, of enemies who sought to disrupt the linguistic balance of linguistica and plunge the world into chaos. Armed with their newfound knowledge and power, Alex ventured forth, ready to face any grammatical error or linguistic anomaly that threatened the harmony of their world. They knew that the fate of Linguistica rested on their shoulders, on their ability to wield the power of language for the greater good. And as Alex stepped out of the ancient library and into the vibrant world of Linguistica, they carried with them the weight of their destiny and the unwavering determination to protect the delicate balance of language, one perfectly constructed sentence at a time. The Grammar Guardian's Quest, Part 2, Trials of Syntax and Structure. Alex, newly awakened as the Grammar Guardian, embarked on a journey through the vibrant and ever-changing landscape of Linguistica. Their path was not paved with roses, but with linguistic challenges that tested their knowledge and honed their grammatical skills. Their first trial came in the Whispering Woods, where mischievous sprites delighted in confusing travelers with misplaced modifiers. Trees sprouted leaves of shimmering gold that whispered secrets instead of whispering leaves of shimmering gold. Paths twisted and turned, leading to destinations that were unexpected instead of unexpected destinations. Alex, armed with their knowledge of adjective placement, deftly corrected the misplaced modifiers, restoring order to the forest and earning the gratitude of the bewildered travelers. Next, they encountered the Valley of Fragments, a desolate land where incomplete sentences had fractured the earth, creating a treacherous maze of chasms and floating islands. Sentences like, "because the bridge was out," hung precariously in the air, their lack of completion causing instability in the very fabric of reality. Alex, recognizing the danger, carefully added independent clauses to the fragments, transforming them into complete sentences. Because the bridge was out, the travelers had to find an alternate route. As each sentence was completed, the earth healed, the chasms closed, and the floating islands settled back into their rightful place. In the city of run-ons, Alex faced a different kind of challenge. Sentences stretched on endlessly, with no punctuation to guide the reader or offer a moment's respite. Buildings merged into one another, streets twisted into chaotic knots, and conversations became an overwhelming jumble of words. Alex, wielding the power of commas, semicolons, and periods, brought order to the chaotic city. They divided the run-on sentences into manageable units, creating clarity and structure where there had been only confusion. Buildings regained their distinct forms, streets straightened, and conversations flowed smoothly once more. The trials continued in the swamp of pronoun confusion, where sentences like, "The wizard and his apprentice went to the market, where he bought a magic wand," created ambiguity and misunderstanding. Alex, with their mastery of pronoun antecedent agreement, clarified the sentences, ensuring that every pronoun had a clear and unambiguous referent. The wizard and his apprentice went to the market, where the apprentice bought a magic wand. The swamp's murky waters cleared, revealing hidden pathways and shimmering treasures. Each challenge Alex faced strengthened their command of the English language and deepened their understanding of its power. They learned that even the smallest grammatical error could have significant consequences in Linguistica, while a well-structured and grammatically correct sentence could bring harmony and balance to the world. But Alex knew that greater challenges lay ahead. The voice in the library had warned of formidable enemies, masters of linguistic manipulation, who sought to exploit the power of language for their own nefarious purposes. Determined to protect Linguistica and its inhabitants, Alex continued their journey, honing their grammatical skills and preparing to face the forces of linguistic chaos that threatened the very fabric of their world. They knew that the fate of Linguistica rested on their shoulders, on their ability to wield the power of language for good, to correct errors, to restore balance, and to ensure that the harmony of words prevailed. The Grammar Guardian's Quest, Part 3. Facing the Linguistic Villains. Alex's journey as the Grammar Guardian led them to the treacherous territory of the misused modifiers, a land where cunning villains exploited the power of language to create chaos and confusion. These villains, known as the Manglers, delighted in twisting words and phrases, creating sentences that were grammatically incorrect and semantically nonsensical. The first Mangler Alex encountered was the notorious Dangling Modifier, a shadowy figure who lurked in the alleyways of the city of twisted syntax. The Dangling Modifier's weapon of choice was the misplaced participle phrase, which they used to create sentences like, "Walking down the street, the tall buildings towered over me." Alex, armed with their knowledge of participle phrase placement, confronted the Dangling Modifier. "Your sentence is illogical," Alex declared. "The buildings cannot be walking down the street. The correct sentence is, walking down the street, I was dwarfed by the tall buildings." The Dangling Modifier, their linguistic trickery exposed, vanished in a puff of smoke, leaving behind a trail of grammatically correct sentences in their wake. Next, Alex faced the formidable subject-verb discord, a villain who reveled in creating sentences where the subject and verb did not agree in number. "The flock of birds is flying south," the subject-verb discord cackled, their voice echoing through the valley of disagreement. Alex, with their mastery of subject-verb agreement, countered the villain's attack. "Your sentence is flawed," Alex proclaimed. "The subject flock is singular, but the verb is plural. The correct sentence is, the flock of birds are flying south." The subject-verb discord, their linguistic power neutralized, shrunk into a whimpering shadow, their chaotic influence fading from the valley. In the caverns of ambiguity, Alex encountered the pronoun perplexer, a master of creating sentences where pronoun references were unclear. The king told his son that he was going to inherit the throne, the pronoun perplexer declared, their voice echoing through the cavernous chambers. Alex, with their keen eye for pronoun clarity, challenged the villain. "Your sentence is ambiguous," Alex stated. "It is unclear whether he refers to the king or his son. The correct sentence is, the king told his son that the son was going to inherit the throne." The pronoun perplexer, their linguistic deception revealed, retreated into the shadows, their confusing pronouncements replaced by clear and unambiguous sentences. As Alex vanquished each Mangler, the linguistic balance of Linguistica was restored. The misused modifiers retreated, their power diminished, their chaotic influence fading from the land. But Alex knew that the ultimate challenge still awaited them. The voice in the library had warned of a powerful enemy, a master of linguistic manipulation who sought to unravel the very fabric of reality with a single devastatingly twisted sentence. With renewed determination, Alex prepared to face this final challenge, armed with their mastery of grammar, their understanding of language's power, and their unwavering commitment to protecting the harmony of Linguistica. They knew that the fate of the world rested on their shoulders, on their ability to correct the ultimate grammatical error and restore balance to the linguistic realm. The Grammar Guardian's Quest, Part 4, The Sentence of Shattered Syntax. Alex's journey culminated at the heart of Linguistica, in the perilous domain known as the Fractured Lexicon. Here, the ultimate linguistic villain, the syntax sorcerer, held sway, wielding a power that threatened to unravel the very fabric of reality. The syntax sorcerer, a master of linguistic manipulation, had crafted a sentence of such intricate complexity and grammatical distortion that it threatened to shatter the linguistic balance of Linguistica. This sentence, known as the Sentence of Shattered Syntax, was a chaotic jumble of misplaced modifiers, dangling participles, subject-verb disagreements, and pronoun ambiguities, all woven together into a tapestry of linguistic anarchy. As Alex approached the syntax sorcerer's fortress, the very air crackled with linguistic instability. Trees twisted into unnatural shapes, rivers flowed uphill, and the sky shimmered with a kaleidoscope of nonsensical colors. The syntax sorcerer, a tall, gaunt figure with eyes that gleamed with an unsettling intelligence, greeted Alex with a mocking smile. "Welcome, Grammar Guardian," he hissed, his voice dripping with linguistic venom. "I have been expecting you. Prepare to face the ultimate test of your grammatical prowess." The syntax sorcerer unleashed the sentence of shattered syntax, and the world around Alex erupted into chaos. Buildings crumbled, mountains inverted, and the very laws of physics seemed to bend and break. Alex, undeterred, drew upon their vast knowledge of grammar, their understanding of syntax and structure, and their unwavering determination to protect Linguistica. They began to dissect the sentence of shattered syntax, identifying its grammatical errors and devising a plan to restore its order. With a flick of their wrist, Alex conjured a shimmering quill and began to rewrite the sentence, correcting the misplaced modifiers, clarifying the pronoun references, and ensuring that every subject agreed with its verb. They wielded the power of punctuation, inserting commas, semicolons, and periods to create clarity and structure where there had been only chaos. As Alex corrected each grammatical error, the world around them responded. Buildings straightened, mountains returned to their rightful place, and the sky regained its serene blue hue. The syntax sorcerer, his power waning with each correction, grew increasingly agitated. He hurled insults and threats at Alex, attempting to distract them from their task. But Alex remained focused, their determination unwavering. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, Alex reached the end of the sentence. With a final flourish of their quill, they corrected the last grammatical error, and the sentence of shattered syntax transformed into a masterpiece of linguistic precision and clarity. The syntax sorcerer, his power completely drained, collapsed into a heap, his chaotic influence banished from Linguistica. The world around Alex stabilized, the linguistic balance restored. Alex, exhausted but triumphant, surveyed the scene with a sense of profound satisfaction. They had faced the ultimate linguistic challenge and emerged victorious, proving that the power of grammar could overcome even the most formidable forces of chaos. The Grammar Guardian's Quest, Part 5, A Harmony of Words, the defeat of the syntax sorcerer, marked a turning point for Linguistica. The land, once teetering on the brink of linguistic chaos, breathed a collective sigh of relief as the harmony of words returned. The trees swayed in a gentle rhythm, the rivers flowed with renewed clarity, and the sky shimmered with a vibrant tapestry of colors, each hue representing a perfectly constructed sentence. Alex, the Grammar Guardian, stood at the heart of the restored lexicon, basking in the glow of their triumph. But their journey was far from over. They had vanquished the immediate threat, but they knew that the power of language required constant vigilance and a deep understanding of its ever-evolving nature. With renewed purpose, Alex embarked on a new quest. A quest to explore the boundless possibilities of the English language and to ensure that its power was used for good. They traveled to every corner of Linguistica, sharing their knowledge of grammar, inspiring others to embrace the beauty and power of words. They established schools where young linguisticians learned the rules of syntax and structure, the art of crafting compelling narratives, and the importance of clear and concise communication. They organized festivals celebrating the diversity of language, where poets recited verses of exquisite beauty, storytellers spun tales of wonder and adventure, and orators delivered speeches that stirred the hearts and minds of the audience. Alex also recognized the importance of preserving the history of language. They established libraries where ancient texts were carefully preserved and translated, ensuring that the wisdom of the past was not lost to the sands of time. They encouraged the study of etymology, tracing the origins of words and exploring the fascinating evolution of language through the ages. But Alex's greatest challenge came in the form of the neologizers, a group of linguistic innovators who sought to push the boundaries of language, creating new words and expressions that challenged the traditional rules of grammar. Some feared that the neologizers' innovations would disrupt the linguistic balance of Linguistica, but Alex recognized the importance of linguistic evolution. They engaged in lively debates with the neologizers, encouraging them to explore the creative potential of language, while also emphasizing the importance of clarity and precision in its communication. Alex helped establish guidelines for incorporating new words and expressions into the lexicon, ensuring that they enhanced rather than hindered communication. They encouraged the use of neologisms in poetry and storytelling, recognizing their power to evoke new emotions and paint vivid imagery. Under Alex's guidance, Linguistica flourished. The land became a vibrant tapestry of linguistic diversity, where tradition and innovation coexisted in harmony. The power of language was celebrated in all its forms, from the precise pronouncements of the scholars to the playful rhymes of the children. And as Alex stood at the heart of this thriving linguistic landscape, they realized that their journey as the grammar guardian was an ongoing one. The English language, like life itself, was constantly evolving, presenting new challenges and opportunities. But Alex was ready. They had embraced the power of language, understood its nuances, and learned to wield it with wisdom and compassion. They knew that as long as they remained vigilant, as long as they continued to explore the infinite possibilities of words, the harmony of Linguistica would be preserved for generations to come. And so, the Grammar Guardian's quest continued, a journey of linguistic discovery and a testament to the enduring power of words to shape our world and illuminate the human experience.